Hey, welcome. Let's get started. 2.9, lining up quadratics. A lot of this is looking at graphs and some of the different features. So let's take a couple of these. So first thing, we have a equation, x minus 1 times x plus 3. Note that the x-intercepts means that y equals 0. Okay? So when we're trying to find x-intercepts, we're trying to look at values of x that when we use those values, we get 0 for the y. And so the first one I would come up with would be 1 minus 1. Okay, and the reason is because 1 minus 1 is 0, and anything you multiply by 0, you get 0. So therefore, you can see an x-intercept at 1, 0. Another one we can look at would be if x is negative 3, because negative 3 plus 3 is equal to 0. So in this case, that would also give you 0. So we have another x-intercept at negative 3, 0. These are also called solutions for real functions. Okay, and then the other piece of it is actually the y-intercept, and this is when x is 0. So if we plugged in a 0, 0 minus 1, and 0 plus 3, we get negative 3. And so you can see negative 3. Now, that's when x is 0. So it's not the vertex, though. Look at the symmetry here. Okay, because of the symmetry, you know there'd be another point here. Okay, and then the vertex is going to be here. There's no stretch, so because there's no stretch, it goes over 1 and up 1, and over 2 and up 4, and it's the same thing on the other side, over 1 and up 1, and over 2 and up 4. So there's no stretch. So it's kind of like y equals x squared. 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4. So because of that, we have identified our vertex, and our vertex is at negative 2, and it goes down 4, negative 4. Line of symmetry is the x value of the vertex, so x equals negative 2 as long as we're talking about vertical parabolas. Let's try another one. 2 times x minus 2, so, whoops, wasn't what I wanted. So I'm trying to make one of these factors 0. Well, 2 minus 2 equals 0. So therefore, one of my x-intercepts is at 2, 0. Also, 6 minus 6 equals 0. So therefore, if x is 6, y is equal to 0. And if I plug in a 0 into x, I can find the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is going to be at 2 times 0 minus 2 times 0 minus 6. So negative 12 times 2 is equal to negative 24. But negative times negative is a positive, so it's actually positive 24. So actually we'll have 0, 24 as the y-intercept. Now when I look at my graph, I know that there's symmetry. So if I go over 2, I go up 24. So I go up 2 on the other side, I'm also going to go up 24. And I'm also noticing here, that there's a stretch of 2 also. Okay, so from that, I can figure out that this is going to be my line of symmetry because it splits it in the middle. So that's at x equals 4. And then my vertex, I can plug it into the equation is one way to do it. F of 4 equals 2 times 4 minus 2 times 4 minus 6, which is 2 times 2 times negative 2, which is 2, 4, 8, negative 8. So therefore, 4, negative 8 represents my vertex. One more of these, negative x and x plus 4, so 0, 0, which is also my y-intercept. If x is negative 4, that will also give me 0, so negative 4, 0. And my line of symmetry, which is in between the 2 points, will be at x equals negative 2. And my vertex, if I look at my vertex, remember this one is going to be shaped like this because of the negative coefficient, okay? I can plug in negative 2 into this equation. So the opposite of negative 2 times negative 2 plus 4 is really the same thing as 2 times 2, which is, which is the same thing as 4. Okay, so therefore at 1, 2, 3, 4, there's our vertex, and it'll be at negative 2, 4. All right, I'm going to stop there and do the